And this is John Lee, and today I'm so excited to be with LadBaby, Mark and Rox. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you. Hello.
Thanks for having us.
Really appreciate you having us on.
What I love about and what caught my attention is for a lot of my audience that listen, it's always about if you've got a message to share that you should push that message out there, either using social media, using any platforms that are really doing for good, becoming these heart-centered entrepreneurs. And I see the work that you're both doing. And, I mean, we'll come to that in a second, but you're just using the platform for forces of good and to make a difference. And that is so refreshing to see. But before we get into that, let me ask you both, how did you both get started?
I guess it was a little bit by accident, I suppose.
I had a baby.
Rox had a baby. I was becoming a dad. I didn't really know what it would be to become a dad. I had no experience in having kids or having a baby, and I thought I'd set up a place online. It started out as a blog originally, just to basically connect with other dads. That's what I was trying to do.
Mark had never held a child.
I'd never been around little kids. And so I wanted to connect with other dads online that might help me feel better about being a dad, might give me some advice, might make some friends out of it. And that was, I guess that's how it started. I started blogging originally. I started taking photos and writing about it. And then that developed into videos. And then we had one viral video, which was I lost my little boy's lunchbox. I replaced it with a toolbox. And it had I think it had like 50 million views in like a week. And that was like the first proper video we'd ever done. And I was like, wow, okay, I should probably do another video. And then it's kind of been the way ever since. We've been trying to hack parenting for people that, don't have a lot of money, and trying to find ways for them to have the best for their kids, as well as, we sort of wind each other up and play a few pranks. And then, it's just a place just to have a bit of a laugh, isn't it?
It costs a lot to have children. And at the time, we were like, we can't afford this, weren't we? We were like, we can't afford, just for a baby gate, it'd be £100. So Mark was hacking it and he was just recording it. And then people were just messaging like, thanks for helping us. There was a lot of people in our situation. And then he just started doing all different things to make people laugh.
More and more, and
to take your mind off parenting. And then, I mean, now it's sort of...
Now it's grown into...
it's like 10 million friends that he's managed to get.
Oh, that's amazing. I mean, coming from this message of just really just putting yourself out there. And again, it comes... I see the work you're doing now, and I see where it originates from, that there's this inside, you just want to help people, you just want to... And I see in the videos of you just want to make people smile and laugh. I mean, has that, for both of you, when you first got into using social and just putting your stuff out there, did you ever think it would turn into what it? I mean, with millions of people viewing your content. I mean, what was your initial reaction to that?
I mean, I don't think we ever did. No, I remember when our Facebook page went from like 1,000 followers to 2,000, and I was really nervous. I was like, wow, there's 2,000 people now that are reading this and looking at this, and I felt like really responsible. And I guess, I still pinch myself at, the amount of people that now watch our videos and the messages we get. So no, we feel very honoured, and that's, I guess, why we try and use our channel for the right reasons, not only to make people laugh, but at those times of year when we can make a difference, we really do try, don't we?
It was like, why do they keep returning? Why do they keep watching? Like, what are they laughing at? It wasn't until someone went, oh, your laugh, that people I didn't realise that I had the laugh that I have until people were saying, shit, her laugh's really fun. And we didn't realise Mark said yes, mate, as much as he does, until people had said. So the people were really lovely and the feedback was just so nice. But we just, it's a very raw thing to do, to put yourself out there. And we just thought, no, there's loads of people like us. So
I like to feel
we're just going to do it.
I like to feel like our audience has kind of shaped what we've become as well, and the content we make, because we've always been so close with them. And I always like to feel like they're on this journey with us. And so when they want us to do a certain thing or go a certain place, we kind of go, okay, we'll do it and we'll show it. And I think that's what's been so nice, and why we're so I don't know, we feel so connected to the people that follow us, because I feel like they're they're sort of part of what we do every day. It's really bizarre in a weird way.
We're not about like what we look like and what we, you know, all this sort of thing that comes with this social media. We're just about
making people smile and having a laugh. And
life's too short. You've got to enjoy it.
And I think that's, you know, when the audience see your content, you know, and you're absolutely right, Rox. You've got so many of these social media sites, you know, showing naked body parts, and you know, and it's not a true reflection of what life really is. I mean, life is just, it's life. I mean, we were talking, you know, before this this interview that, you know, this year has been quite dire, and it's had an impact, not just here in the UK, but, you know, worldwide. And I think the way you both come across on camera is who you are. You know, it's your authenticity, and that's what I love about the things you're doing. I want to talk a little bit about, well, let's talk about what you're currently doing. Let's talk about how you actually got there. So a couple of years ago, you decided to do something pretty amazing. And in fact, I'll let you tell the audience what you did and how you use this platform for great.
Thank you. That's an amazing intro. Yeah, I guess, you know, from our videos, there was this reoccurring theme that people noticed that I was eating a lot of sausage rolls. And it happened by accident. And
From Greg's.
From Greg's, right? And it was straight up an accident, and people were going, "Oh, he's always eating a sausage roll," and I was like, "Oh my God, I am." So then I started eating more of them, so they'd comment more, and it was kind of this ongoing joke that at least once in a video I'd have a sausage roll. And then somebody tweeted me and went, "Oh my God, you guys should do a song about sausage rolls." And we thought, you know what, let's do that.
Mark being Mark decided that he was going to do that.
And we thought, you know what, we would do a song about sausage rolls, and we thought we'd try and release it at Christmas. And Rox's mum volunteers at a food bank here in the UK, and so we heard a lot about the stories of food banks and how important it was, and having been in a similar position, you know, many years ago, where we never used a food bank, but we was, you know, struggling for money and knew what it was like to worry about putting food on the table. We thought it'd be funny if we sung about food and raised money for food banks. And that was it, really. And we thought we'd do it, and we'd do it as a bit of fun and try and make our followers smile and
raise some money for charity.
And somehow
it got to Christmas number one.
It got to Christmas number one.
I mean, you know, Mark can't even sing, which is hilarious. No offence.
Offence taken. No, I'm not necessarily the best singer, but I don't think it matters, because it was just fun, and it was meant to be silly and with a lovely message. And then last year we thought we'd try again, so we chose a different song, and again it was about sausage rolls, and again we tried to be silly, and somehow we did it again. We got Christmas number one again.
So it was 2 years in a row.
Same charity.
And we managed to we raised like over 70,000 emergency food parcels in the UK. So that was the equivalent.
That was the first song. I think it was 70,000 food parcels. Last year, I think we raised it was more than that. And that went to not only the food parcels, but during this pandemic, keeping the food banks open.
Wow.
And you know what? And I think that's why we've decided again that we're going to go again this year.
We wasn't going to.
No, we think that after two, we thought, you know, that's we've done a great job, and we didn't want to, you know, not do the charity justice. But having been in a pandemic this year and having heard firsthand some of the problems that, you know, people have had, they've messaged us. We thought, you know, ironically, this is the time we need it most. This is when it's the most important for people.
I've had like parents, like Mark had a message from a mum who just lost her job. She's got 3 kids. She bought their school uniforms, and then she didn't have friends and family to give her 20 quid to buy some food shopping, and she had to take them to a food bank. There are people every day who just don't have anyone they can rely on. They're single parents, or they don't have flexi jobs, or we met a window cleaner that just broke his arm and he couldn't work 6 weeks, so he had to go to a food bank. You never know. They say that you could be at least 3 months away from at any point in your life of having to visit a food bank. So me and Mark were like, right, well, we'll make sure they're there then. So that's why we're going for it this year. If we get a third, brilliant, but at the same time, it keeps them open. So that's why we've done what we've done.
No matter what we do, it's shining a light on this charity, and it's getting them some great exposure, and along the way we can feed more people. So
we're using our social for good.
We're going to try. We're going to try our best.
It's interesting seeing. I mean, we've trained thousands of people all around the world, and just seeing the behaviours of people and how people do it. what happened in your life to make you the person you are today, both of you?
I don't know. Probably, great upbringing, great parents. I guess we've always both been very sort of loving, caring people. I guess we've always been very I always felt like I was destined to be a dad in a weird way, even though I didn't really know what I was doing. I always felt like I wanted to be a dad.
I was very career-led at one point, and then I had my son, and I always say this to Mark, like, I feel like he made me a better person. And I know a lot of people say that, but I do. I became less selfless, I became more, and my mum built a charity at a very young age, and my dad, he works 12 hours a day to make sure there was food on the table. I think me and Mark have always been grafters. We've always
been very family orientated, and we've always had close
teamwork.
families.
We've known each other for 10 years, and we've always just tried to get each other through what we do. Parenthood is the hardest thing that we've the
hardest thing anyone will have to go through.
So yeah, I think that's what made us.
All night staying up looking after kids and taking it in turns and pitching in together, and it brings you close as a family. And I think it's ultimately that family unit that makes you think about it, especially at Christmas, for those people that haven't got that unit, and those families that haven't got that support.
A lot of people don't have a family, and they turn to our channel because we bring them a bit of the family life that they maybe feel part of now, because they've grown up, they've seen our children come into the world, they've seen what we've done. So that's, I think, why we do what we do.
Wow, it's amazing. So for people listening to this now, I mean, first of all, anyone listening to this, if you're part of my community, if we've impacted your life in any way, if you've got some value from the things that we're putting out, I just want you all to please support LadBaby in this mission. So if people would like to do that, how can they support this?
What we're doing right now is we're trying to get our new song to number one this Christmas, with 100% of profits going to the food bank charity, the Trust to Trust, here in the UK. The song is available on iTunes and Amazon to pre-order and download. So so I guess for anyone that would love to help us on our mission to try and put a smile on Britain's face this year and raise money for charity at the same time.
It's 99p for a download. You can download it on iTunes, on Amazon, on all the platforms, the usual places. And if you can't do that, then there are food banks in supermarkets that you can put at the end of you might see those little boxes. Put things in there, nappies, wipes, things like that people don't always have, or even, like tinned fruit and chocolate and things like that. They're the things that people put in last. And then there's donation buttons online on the Trust Trust as well. And it's just about,
it's about raising the awareness of this charity this Christmas, making sure that people know what they're about, where they are, and
downloading and streaming the song will guarantee that you're, 100% of the profits.
So just to be clear, what's the song that people need to type in to find it, to stream it?
The song is called "Don't Stop Me Eating."
Nice.
It's a cover of the Journey song "Don't Stop Believing."
Don't stop
believing.
I love that.
Thank you. We wanted to choose a song that people love, and "Don't Stop Believing" is a song that features highly on just about every karaoke list. And we thought, you know what? If people feel good enough to stand in front of their friends and sing out that song after they've had a couple of drinks, then it makes them feel good. So that's a song that we thought we could make people good with this Christmas.
Especially after 2020.
Yeah. And that
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing. Yeah. So hopefully, Don't Stop Me Eating, or search LadBaby, and you'll see our song.
That's amazing. And I know, I'm a father as well. So my daughter she's just 2.5. So I think for everybody listening as well, what's the number one parenting tip that you would have for any parent listening right now to bring their kids up to be the best versions of them?
Oh, listen to your mum. Always listen to your mum. Mums are always more sensible than dads.
Never listen to your dad.
That's a good one.
No. I mean,
we've always just said, as long as there's love, then kids are always on the right path, and it doesn't matter whether you've got all the money in the world or none at all. As long as there's love, then nothing else matters. And that's how we are.
And positivity, you know, speak to, you know, I've always spoken to my children in kind of you know, there are times where you're frustrated or you think, but if you're using positive words, I feel like sometimes, you know, you get that back from them, and that's an energy that you can give to your children for free.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, listen, I'm so thankful that you've given your time to really, you know, make an impact to my listeners as well. And you know, thank you so much for, you know, giving back and making that contribution and just being real selfless and just thinking about other people and using the platform for greatness. And that's what I'm inspired by that. So thank you
for having us on. And
thank you. Yeah, we really appreciate your time.
We're very grateful to all your followers and that for taking the time to listen.
That's brilliant. So again, if you're watching this again, go to any streaming platform and it's Don't Stop Eating. Is that right?
Don't Stop Me Eating.
Don't Stop Me Eating, or just search for LadBaby or LadBaby Mum as well for Rocks, and make sure you check them out. Follow the content is amazing. If you ever want to see anyone on how to create content, you need to watch these two. They're just natural and so authentic. So thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and see you guys later.